Hello everyone, Ginger Fluff asked me to make her a clock like one she'd seen on Amazon. Alright, we could buy it and it'll be here tomorrow, but where's the fun in that when you can make something yourself? Follow along and I'll show you how I did it. Guess what? Charlie the shed dog's here to help. Any interruptions and barking, we know who to blame. First thing I did was draw the shapes needed in Illustrator. Whilst I could do it in VCarve, I'm a bit better in Illustrator, having used it since, wait for it, 1988. That's true, I'm that old. Mind you, I could have done it on a drawing board too. Let's crack on with the CNC and see how we get along. CNC'd out. I'll just break these free, clean them up, start gluing. It's almost through at the back. Almost. I'm trying to preserve the spoil board. Oh, the next bit's really exciting. Trying to lean in casually when I can't lean on my left arm. That's a medical issue. This is a really old piece of acrylic. I think it'll CNC. It's getting tighter in it. Here, Charlie wants to play ball too. Anyway, I'll set the file up. Let's give it a go. Where are we? There we are. So far, so good. Look. It's really hard to see, isn't it? That's the CNC engraved version. I'm going to try and infill the back with a bit of paint after, because the CNC got the acrylic a bit hot. All the spaff kind of melted back in the space, so I'm going to use the hot air gun. Transitions. Gotcha. I can't see very well. I don't think that made any difference at all, so I'm going to dab a bit of black acrylic in the spaces that need black acrylic and see what happens. Follow along. Where's the front? That's the front. It's too small. Tamiya black acrylic. It says so somewhere. X1 black. Gosh. Where's the brush gone? This is water soluble, so I should be able to. Oh, that needs. Zoom in on that because I can't see it. There we go. If only I could remember, I can't hear myself, if only I could remember to plug things in. That's better, that's keyed it. That's all it's about. I'll do a bit of hand sanding just to make sure I'm very happy. And then I'll crawl around trying to find the car filler. It's in here somewhere. Another spider. Found it. There's a lot of spiders under there. I do like the spiders. They don't like me much either. But I found the filler. Ugh. Oh, don't say I haven't got any. That's leaked. That's gone lumpy. Ah. The car filler's screwed. That's never happened before. The hardener's gone lumpy. There's no life in that. And there goes the camera. It's just how today's going. Too fat. Screwdriver. Screwdriver. Just about. Crikey. That's devilishly fiddlesome. There we go. Whoa. Nothing like a third of a tin, is there, to make you feel like you've got a value for money. If you're like me, you'll mix up on the lid. Because that's flexible, it'll crack off when it's dried. Ah, there is a madness in my method. It's good, nice and fresh. I don't think I'm going to need a lot. Start there, can always add more. Pop the lid back. Pop. I think it's, unless it's changed in 30 years, P to golf ball ratio. Now that'll do it. That's the hardener, the pink stuff, by the way. Mixing, 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 mixing all day long. Mixing, mixing, mixing. I just can't go wrong. Hey! Before I was a maker, I was a 1930s musical singer. In a body shop. Oh, come on. That's better. Thoroughly mix it till it's uniform in colour. Hoping it'll dry toot sweet in this weather. It's still 22, 23 degrees here in the countryside. Here we go, let's have a skim. It literally needs little more than a gentle scraping. Nurse. Whilst that's hardening, I'm going to drink a cup of tea. Wesley treat. Gotta love Wesley. We'll let that harden, and I'll talk to you briefly about today's sponsor. Oh, hang on a minute. I don't have any. If you like what I do, if it tickles your funny bone, and I use your product maybe, get in touch. You could sponsor me and I could do something a little bigger, a little better. I've got a host of ideas in the pipeline. We'll see where they go. Anyway, thank you for listening. Now back to the sanding. There we go. Sanded down. I've just super glued some matchsticks on so I can pop it up like that on its tripod legs and give it some primer. Going with this one, white primer, matte finish. I'm not painting a matte, I'm painting a clock face, but I couldn't find clock face primer. So let's give that a what's it and see how it goes. FaceTime! Sort of, not this FaceTime. Clock FaceTime! A lasered one, you can't really see it on there. It's, no, wasn't happy. CNC'd one out of some nice thick acrylic. Made the hole too big, spigot. Wasn't happy with that, so I've done what the clockmakers do anyway. Printed it on a bit of board, which I will stick to the slightly thinner lasery acrylic version. Let's cut this out and we can start to assemble the clock. There it is, glasses. What have I done? These are the hands. Look, they're small, and I've laser cut hands for the clock out of some stiff board because these are really lightweight, and I'll put it on paper. You'll see it on paper. So the upper one there, that's the minute hand for the clock, and that's the one per the design I'm doing. So I've got to make that smaller than that, and the hour hand smaller than that. So I'm going to laser something. Not sure how easy that is to see. It's not even in focus. Blue tape represents where I've got to go. Useful tip, folks. These here, they are, ladies, if you need to genderize it, nail file thingies. Whee! I do use them. Well, I use ginger fluffs anyway. These are great for modelling applications where you want something fairly firm with a fairly fine grit. Other brands are available. Just going to sand those hands. I'm covered in super glue. There you go. That's better. You can see them. Two very small hands. I must make something bigger next time. I'm going to let that super glue air dry, because if I use the accelerant you could get the white fogging and we don't want to spoil the effect. Next job, I think, assembly. I made this off camera. This is a collar that goes in behind the glass and holds that in place, and the clock face follows. You'll see that as I put it together. Let's have a go. And there it is done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.